Hi there, I'm Sharrod Wellingham. We're going to go have a quick look at the Westpac facilities and home of the Collingwood Magpies. Let's go. Our boxing coach, Anthony Rocker.
I want you, come on.
Rocky Balboa. Let's see what you got. A pretty accomplished boxer. Alright, that'll do. What the hell's going on here? Here's one of the blokes just hanging around. We've got Tyson Goldsack over here. G'day Tyson. Hello mate.
Standard locker, just with your junk right next to Nick Maxwell.
We've got the Monopoly set in here. Collingwood issue Monopoly set.
Never sure of the glove you need, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One up here, 10. A few tablets, he thinks he's sore, whatever.
Alright, that concludes the tour. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I'm going to go hit the showers, so you're going to have to take off. Bye.
Welcome back to Game Day. A very topical guest this morning. Great to have Sharrod Wellingham in. Welcome to you, Sharrod.
Thanks for having us.
Happy birthday for yesterday, 24.
Thank you.
Now, before we get on to Collingwood, you are Buddy Franklin's housemate, are you not?
Yes, we live together.
Nick Maxwell has Buddy as captain of his dream team this afternoon. Will Buddy play today?
Yeah, I'm confident he'll play. Maxie was hitting me up about it all week, making sure that I gave him the inside scoop, so I'm pretty confident he'll be running around today.
Do you feel there's a bit of maybe about that?
I reckon he's holding back on us, Sharrod. You had breakfast with him this morning. Is he going all right or not?
Yeah, he was nice and relaxed. He's ready. He's confident that he'll be able to kick a bag against the younger team in GWS. So, like I said to Maxie in the week, he'll be running around.
Righto. Now, that's enough probably of the niceties, I think. Tim wants to get into the hard-hitting stuff. And on Friday night, tell me this, you probably have seen the vision a lot. We're just going to show it in real time because it all happens so quickly, and then we're going to slow it down and let Tim dissect it. That's flat out. So it's a split decision, Tim. You've been there a number of times.
Well, I reckon it is with the way the game moves, how quickly it moves with players. And look, I mean, Sharrod can't say anything about it, but I'm sure that your initial reaction was that you're going to mark this ball, Sharrod, and then the ball drops, and then you're mid-air, and then you're protecting yourself. And if you do slow it down frame by frame, I mean, that is going to look a lot worse than what it actually is in real time. But that's the edge that the game is played on now. Like, players have that split second to make a decision, and unfortunately for Cade Simpson, he's ended up with a fractured jaw. And
Sharrod, you went and saw Cade Simpson after the game. You obviously knew that he didn't take any further part. Was your instinct straight away, oh no, this isn't great, I'm going to be in a bit of strife for this one?
I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just more, you know, he didn't look to be in a great way when he was on the ground, so I just wanted to make sure that he was feeling all right, and yeah, let him know that it wasn't intentional to hurt him that much.
Buck said on SEN yesterday you'll get some time off. That's a given, 3-4 weeks, whatever it turns out to be. Maxie, Sharrod, well, is Arizona an option now for you? Get some sun, chill out?
Oh, it's always an option. It's always, we're always sort of looking for another edge. So obviously Sharrod's an important player for us. We sent a few guys away last year, so it'll be spoken about. But look, let's hope he doesn't get too many to start with, I guess. Sure. I just want to ask you one question about it. After something like that happens, is it hard to sort of not start to think about the consequences of it? Does that play on your mind during the rest of the game?
I think for a couple of minutes there, it certainly did play on my mind. You know, Carlton were really taking the game away from us at that stage, and the boys were, you know, letting me know that it was a bad thing to have done, and so my mind was elsewhere for a little bit. But then, you know, you get straight back into the game and worry about what you got to do.
I think Carlton sent Mitch Robinson straight off the interchange bench. He ran straight to you, and I reckon he chased you as hard as he could for about 5 minutes. Then he blew up. He couldn't run any further, but certainly getting inside your head. What sort of stuff was he saying?
Oh, you know, just the generic kind of banter that goes on out there.
Is he a good sledger or just ordinary?
He's not that good. I don't think he's got the brain capacity for it.
He doesn't have the brain capacity.
You did get some support on in other parts of Australia, though, from somebody out there. So we'll just show a tweet that was sent by Taylor Walker-Hammer.
This is, he says, now we're both free for the next couple of weekends. Want to go on holiday together? I'll bring my ears, you bring your glasses, referring to the shades you wear, because you actually can't see too much, can you?
No, I can't see too much. Luckily, I've got my contacts still in. So, yeah, it's a pretty light-hearted one from Taylor.
So we may join you in Arizona. Let's have a look at the results from Friday night football. Collingwood v Carlton. A wonderful win for Carlton against the odds. Penny Betts kicked 4. Nick Dygan, a real surprise packet. He kicked 3. Travis Cloak, a couple. And in the end, it was a win that the Blues needed to stay alive in the season. Maxi, and credit to them, 23-point winners in front of 75,000.
It was, yeah, and it was a tight contest to start with. Obviously, we kicked the first, and then Andrew Collins came in here and some beautiful ruck work just over the top, and nice goal by Collins. Sean Hampson went down early, which was with Swanee's big backside, his knee, so not sure how serious that is, but hopefully it's not too bad for Sean. We see Andrew Walker here kicking a goal. They obviously went small down forward, particularly after they lost Hampson, but it didn't hurt them too much as we saw Walker kicking that. Dale Thomas doing what he does best. He really got us going the first half, and I guess kept us in the contest because we were struggling, and we almost stuffed this one up here with Steele Sidebottom, who's had a sensational year and just taken his game to another level, and I think he's a genuine All-Australian contender this season, particularly if he keeps up his form. Cruiser, probably the best game I've seen him play this year, I reckon, Das. He obviously playing the ruck, so you might have had a look at him. And again, as we see Walker there, so Walker, Betts and Dygan kicked 9 goals between them, so 9 out of 12, which just goes to show you don't always have to have those power forwards. And obviously it was a big win for the Blues, and an important win for them to make sure they stay in finals contention. So 3 things I've learned. First one was beware teams and players with their backs to the wall. Obviously, Carlton been a lot of scrutiny during the week, obviously on individuals as well, and I think their individuals responded. Number 2, the logjam continues, as we spoke about earlier on in the show. There's so many games there that are just so important to make sure you play finals. And number 3, as I said, who says you need power forwards? Dygan, Betts, Walker, all those guys just got the job done for Carlton, and they didn't need someone taking big pack marks like we always talk about, having the power forwards.
Did it make it more difficult for you guys, though, with that small forward line, because it was going to be more unpredictable than what it would normally be?
Yeah, look, we made a selection. I guess we rolled the dice a bit at selection and left Nathan Brown out and only went with the one tall defender in Ben Reid. But obviously once Hampson went down, then Reedy was tall and had to play, I guess, on those mediums and small, so it was a little bit tougher for us.
Chris Yarran, Sharrod, did a lot of damage on Friday night. He sort of was back to his best. He looked really dangerous.
Yeah, he's one of those half-backers who are extremely dangerous, when you can see he's running off the half-back there, and his skills are sublime. So he's definitely one you can't be leaving alone, and yeah, we'll look at what we did there, but we can't be having that.
Yeah, massive improvement in Chris Yarran, been down on form and just absolutely played the house down. Now, quarter time, Sharrod, the coach, came across, he had a bit of paper out, having a chat. Have you got a recollection of what he was saying? Here's Bucks having a chat to you. What's going on here?
Well, with the Carlton midfield structures, you know, they like to get the hip knock going and bring it out through the back of the stoppages. So Bucks, as I was playing a high forward role, he was trying to get us to roll up to the back of the stoppage there, and yeah, just a bit of on game day coaching, I suppose.
And Maxie, Dygan went to you and played a defensive role and kicked 3 goals, and Armfield went to Heath Shaw and played a defensive role on him. What was Dygan trying to do to you throughout the course of the night?
I mean, most teams now will play 1 or 2 defensive forwards, mostly 1 most weeks, so it was strange to have 2 of them there, but just basically dragged me away and dragged me out of the contest and dragged me further away from the ball all the time. So yeah, it is obviously it is challenging, but I guess my role is not to get 30 touches, so it's not as important for me. So I felt like I still sort of helped out with the structure, but obviously they won the game, and Dygan was a very good player.
Travis Cloakey's been much talked about. Dane Swan has obviously got a reasonable sense of humour, Sharrod. This is a tweet he sent out. This is post the loss. On a positive note, wrapped to see Travis Cloakey has signed with the club today. Just tricking. Wanted to put a smile on some faces around the place for a second. He's good on the tweets, isn't he?
He's good. He's always got a few left field tweets coming out of that house. So yeah, he's good value.
Now,
hi, I'm Sharrod Wellingham from Collingwood Football Club. We're down here to see the advanced screening of Ridley Scott's new movie Prometheus. Are you a sci-fi fan?
I am. I'm really looking forward to this movie. It's going to be an absolute beauty, for sure.
What was the last sci-fi film you saw?
Harry Potter.
It's not sci-fi, bro.
So it's Prometheus. I do know what it's about. What are we about to watch?
You know it's a 3D movie. Oh, you've already got yours on.
Things are going to blow up and people are going to die, I think.
Man, that just sounds perfect.
Prometheus, are you seeing this?
You just walked out of Prometheus. What were your thoughts?
A little bit scary. The aliens were pretty realistic. I don't know if I really like aliens too much.
I myself liked it, so get down and have a look at it and hopefully enjoy it.
Sharrod Wellingham in charge of Collingwood TV and the movie reviews. Bucks is quite amusing, isn't he?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it, but he actually left and got that joke in his head and came back.
So we touched on you living with Buddy. You also lived with Maxie. Who is the more highfalutin housemate?
Maxie was a very different person to live with. You know?
I can imagine.
I learnt the elite lifestyle off Maxie, and then
what did you learn off Buddy?
Nothing I didn't already know.
We saw Ricky Henderson. He kicked 6 goals too. As we see his highlights, Sharrod, where do you see the Crows this year? You guys had a great battle with them earlier in the year. You kicked 5-0 in the last term and beat them. But do you see them as a real threat for the flag?
They're definitely a genuine contender for the flag this year, and they've shown they can play good footy. And for the last 5 years, I think they've shown they can play good footy, and they're always going to be thereabouts. So definitely they're going to be up there. Paul
Stewart was good for the Power, but just as we see his highlights still on the Crows, where is their weakness?
I don't know really. Like you said, with Jacobs hitting it down Thompson's throat every day, they're getting it out there. They've got Dangerfield and Sloan, who's taking real leaps and bounds this year. I think their midfield's really strong, and then with Tippett, yeah, I can't really see where their weaknesses are. I think maybe if you got a big, tall forward line, you might be able to take advantage of their small defenders, with them only having Rutten.
Sando's got them flying at the moment. They've got a good draw going in towards the finals. They're top 4 at the moment. That brings us to quick hands. You know the deal. Maxwell ask you a quick question, quick fire answer. Do whatever you like here, Maxie.
Let's go, Shaz.
Do you feel like a little bit of mood lighting?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? Bring it down. Make sure it's more on him. Sharrod, where's the name Sharrod come from?
My mum made it up. It was a friend of hers maiden name.
As we said, you lived with me for the first few years you were at Collingwood. What did you get away with that I never found out about?
Fair bit.
Awkward.
What would you be doing if you weren't playing AFL football?
Probably travelling around Europe at the moment.
What do you want to do after football?
Go and do that.
You live with Buddy. Is it true that you're his chauffeur in place of paying rent?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I get to live there board free, and yeah, just make sure he gets to the game on time.
Is that true?
No.
You better be today. You better be there on time. Your mum's a chef, and she says that you can cook. Have you cooked for Buddy?
No, that kitchen hasn't been used in the 6 months I've been living there. So
didn't cook for me.
Definitely there for looks.
Do you still spend more time sleeping on the couch than you do sleeping in bed?
No, I've changed those habits. I spend a bit more time in bed.
What would you be better at? My Kitchen Rules or Dancing with the Stars?
My Kitchen Rules.
You're into your architecture. Would you rather be a famous architect or a male model?
Famous architect.
Mustard or burgundy pants? Because you wear both.
Burgundy.
You love your surfing and your skating. Would you rather be Kelly Slater or Tony Hawk?
Kelly.
Done. Nice performance, Maxie. Well done. Sharrod, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it, particularly after Friday night. Good luck wherever you're going to spend the next week or 7.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sharrod Wellingham, great to have him on board this morning. Great sport to come on.